No one walks into marriage thinking they'll end up divorced. You plan for forever. You build a life, a family, routines that feel safe. And then one day, it all changes. Not with a crash, but with a quiet shift. You stop recognizing the person next to you, and eventually you stop recognizing yourself. Divorce isn't just the end of a relationship, it's the unraveling of an identity. And the scariest part isn't signing the papers. It's waking up the next morning wondering, who am I now? That's what today is about. The moments after the storm. The lessons you don't find in books or legal documents. 3 women, all different stories, same truth, sharing the one thing they wish they'd known before their divorce. Because no one tells you what healing actually looks like until you've had to do it yourself. The unseen beginning. Divorce doesn't start with papers. It starts in the small silences, the ones between 2 people who used to talk for hours. It begins in the glances that no longer land, the laughs that don't echo back. Before you ever say the words, "I want out," something inside you whispers, "I'm already gone." For these 3 women, that whisper became a turning point, a signal that the life they built was beginning to unravel. But what followed wasn't just heartbreak, it was awakening. Rachel's truth: I wish I knew financial freedom was emotional freedom. Rachel had been married for 12 years, 2 kids, a quiet suburban home. From the outside, everything looked perfect, but perfection can hide dependency. When I got divorced, I realized I didn't even know where our bank accounts were. She laughed softly, the kind of laugh that hides an old ache. I used to think letting him handle everything was trust, but it wasn't trust. It was disconnection. When the divorce was final, Rachel had to start from zero. She took a part-time job, then another. She learned about credit, taxes, retirement. And with every paycheck, she didn't just rebuild her finances, she rebuilt her confidence. Money isn't about greed, it's about peace of mind. It's being able to buy your own groceries without guilt or make choices without asking permission. If she could go back, she'd tell her younger self one thing: don't confuse comfort with safety, because one day comfort might disappear and you'll need to stand on your own 2 feet. Lisa's lesson: co-parenting isn't about winning, it's about peace. Lisa had been married for 20 years. Her kids were teenagers when the marriage fell apart, and the divorce was brutal. She describes those first few months as a constant battlefield. Every text from her ex felt like a landmine. She wanted to prove I was the better parent. She wanted the kids to see me as the hero. But all that energy, the constant fighting, the court emails, the bitterness, it drained her. Then one day, her daughter said something that stopped her cold. "Mom, you don't have to fight for us. We already love you." That's when Lisa realized she wasn't fighting for her kids. She was fighting her ego. She stopped reacting. She stopped trying to win. "Now I only answer messages that matter. I don't engage in arguments. I protect my peace, not my pride." She says the hardest part of co-parenting isn't logistics. It's letting go of control. Because peace isn't something your ex gives you, it's something you decide to keep. Her advice: don't make your kids carry your pain. Let them have both parents, even if one hurts you. They'll remember who stayed calm when the storm hit. Monica's awakening. Healing doesn't mean going back, it means becoming someone new. Monica's marriage didn't explode, it faded. No betrayal, no screaming fights, just years of slow disconnection. She says we stopped growing together, and neither of us knew how to admit it. After the divorce, she kept saying, "I just want to feel like myself again." But then her therapist told her something that changed everything. She said, "You're not supposed to be the old you. She's gone, but you get to meet who's next." So she stopped chasing the past and started exploring the future. She traveled alone. She signed up for salsa lessons. She painted her living room red just because she liked how it felt. Divorce gave me back my voice. It reminded me that happiness isn't something you find in another person, it's something you rebuild inside yourself. As the women talk, one theme keeps echoing: that divorce doesn't destroy you, it reveals you. It strips away the noise, the roles, the expectations, and what's left is truth. Rachel learned that independence isn't selfish. Lisa learned that peace is more powerful than pride. Monica learned that healing isn't about becoming who you were, it's about meeting who you're meant to be. Each lesson different, but connected by one thread: resilience. The emotional reality. Divorce doesn't end when the papers are signed. There's the first night alone, when the bed feels too big. There's the first dinner without your kids. There's the sound of silence where laughter used to live. But slowly the silence becomes something else. It becomes peace. Then one morning you wake up, make coffee, and realize you didn't think of your ex first thing today. And that's when healing begins. The hardest part: rebuilding self-worth. For many women, the hardest part after divorce isn't the loneliness, it's the doubt. The voice that whispers, what if it was my fault? What if I never find love again? But that's where growth lives, in the space between who you were and who you're becoming. Rachel says she stopped chasing approval. Lisa says she stopped apologizing for taking up space. Monica says she finally learned the difference between being alone and being lonely. When you stop defining yourself by what ended, you start creating what's next. The turning point. Somewhere in the middle of heartbreak, something shifts. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? For Rachel, it taught her strength. For Lisa, compassion. For Monica, self-trust. And for everyone who's listening, maybe it's teaching you that endings don't mean failure. They mean transformation. The new chapter. Today, Rachel owns her own business and teaches financial literacy for divorced women. Lisa leads workshops for single moms learning how to co-parent peacefully. And Monica, she's in a new relationship, one built on respect, not rescue. None of them say life is easy now, but they'll all tell you this: it's honest. And there's a certain beauty in honesty. Because when you've been through the fire, you stop pretending you're fine. You start living truthfully, even when it's uncomfortable. And that's where freedom lives.
So maybe the real question isn't, what do you wish you knew before your divorce? Maybe it's this: what have you learned because of it? Because on the other side of heartbreak, you'll find something far stronger than pain. You'll find resilience. You'll find grace. You'll find yourself. And one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize you didn't just survive divorce. You reinvented your life. If you're watching this right now, sitting in your own silence, wondering if life will ever feel normal again, hear this. It won't go back to normal. It'll become something better. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where you begin to write it yourself.